Hello, everybody. Welcome to Go Buff Yourself in Thousand Faces TTRPG with another session of the Wylde Beyond. This time, once again, with everybody. Haha. Very glad to have our wonderful bard back. Before moving much further, since I did just do a OBS update, could someone say something to make sure the audience can hear y'all?
Can you hear us?
Hello. Should be good.
I do a little grump.
That is yep. Kind of happened. But all right, I believe our technical things are working out. So let's go ahead and jump straight into the announcements for today. These are the same generalized announcements for the most part. You can listen to past episodes on Go Buff Yourself. You can watch past episodes on YouTube. And we have 2 actual play campaigns on Go Buff Yourself at the moment. This one and City of the Crimson Tower, which is a horror inspired by retelling Curse of Strahd in a more modern setting. 2 of these lovely players are also in that game. This is an 18+ stream for all the usual reasons, so just be aware of that. And any other... we're going to be at Animate Columbus this coming weekend, including playing some D&D live on stage with some more guests still to be announced, but we're going to have some wonderful cosplay guests up there with us and some gaming guests, so come check out the main stage for that to see us play some D&D live. All right, I think that's pretty much everything I gotta say. Anyone else think of anything? How y'all doing?
We're actually a rated mature stream because Ethan's boobs are so big.
That's true. They are entirely.
Boobs.
We can do
a boob off.
We can do a boob off if you want. I mean, look, I even got my Flex comic shirt here rocking. Let's see. Hold on. There we go. Just make the.
Bless it.
There we go. Lewd. So that is my advertisement for Flex Comics today. Check them out. They are legitimately about half my wardrobe. All right. That's enough of all that. Let's go ahead and run the intro so that we can get into tonight's session. Let's run it. Last we left the Wylde things, they had gone into the Shroudwood, a aptly named part of the Fields of Spring. They had various reasons for going here. First, to stop a goblin logging camp, then a simple goal of finding a rare mushroom for a pretty baker. All of this led them deeper into the forest, where they met a dryad, several moving, sentient, seemingly sapient trees, a group of children living in a treehouse in the boughs of an enormous tree ant named Little Oak. This group of children, the Getaway Gang, all at some point or another served in one capacity or another. Scabatha Nightshade, also known as Granny Nightshade, apparently. Will, of the Feywild, the seeming brains of the Getaway Gang, recruited you all for an operation to free the rest of the children working as laborers for Granny Nightshade's toys and devices. He had a very simple plan. You all would get in, arrange a meeting with Granny Nightshade, at which point they would cause a distraction, giving you the opportunity to free the kids held therein. In speaking with Little Oak, the fairies who live here, and the Getaway Gang, you also learned of a unicorn who lived at a nearby lake, Lamorna. You also learned why some individuals hunt unicorns now, and that is for the power imbued in their horn, a power which allows the creation of something called a Leafy Stone, which apparently is a necessary key to crossing into the land of Yon. And so, advised by the Getaway Gang that in order to approach the islet where Lamorna lived, that you would have to disguise yourself as unicorns, you all approached. Some of you, there were various means of approach, from the snapping of Otto's antlers to regrow as a single horn, to the papers-mâché of Bodhi created with a lot of rolling papers, and to the unicorn costume provided by the Getaway Gang, the head of which was Melon, the butt of which was Gromp, which made for some difficulties when swimming across the lake. However, eventually you all were able to approach the islet, light the brazier, and summon Lamorna, the unicorn. You spoke with her. You asked for her aid in your goal of freeing the children held by Granny Nightshade. And she let you know that she would help however she could, but her powers were not what they once were. And she explained to you that things had been very different around here since the War of the Seasons and since the disappearance of the Green Lord Oberon. The customs, the traditions that protected unicorns, no longer respected by the goblins, by Scabatha Nightshade, poachers. You also learned that she had been impacted by the apparent capture, or at least disappearance, of her mate, Eladon. She asked you to free him if you found him, and that he would almost certainly be in the clutches of Granny Nightshade. As this conversation was progressing, having earned the trust of this unicorn, suddenly, Cork, the sentient sword strapped across Bodhi's back, gave him a warning of impending darkness, encroaching darkness. And indeed, Bodhi noticed a dome of shadow pressing in towards the island. And when it stopped right at the shoreline, across the lake, 3 figures stepped out, familiar to all of you. The Darklings, Charm, Bauble, and Trinket, that you've seen a couple times now in a couple different settings, from the little potions and trinket shop that they had set up in Downfall, to seeing Charm herself in the study of the hag previously. And when she spoke, Charm informed you all that they were here for the horn and thanked you for leading them here. And it was then that Wraught realized how, as she inspected the monocle that she had been wearing, purchased from Bauble and Trinket, And as Melon stepped forward and said that, ooh, he loved it when they screamed, you all heard in your ears the voice of Charm. What a coincidence. So do I. The darkness, the shadowy dome rushed forward 50 feet, 100 feet, 150 feet, crashing and approaching swiftly towards the island. And as the shadow hit the shores of this islet, the three darklings jumped forward through it, and we are entering initiative. Just so you all have a quick reminder about this small island, it is only 30 by 40 feet. You are not going to have far to run. Now, for the purposes of Theater of the Mind, what that means is everyone is within range of a ranged attack. And pretty much everyone, unless you are standing at the far opposite ends of the island, is within movement range to get into melee. So, we're going to deal more with the scene and less with the nitty-gritty details for this. However, we have already rolled initiative, and the initiative order that we got was 23 for Otto, 21 Gromp, 16 for Wraught, 13 for Kai, 13 for Melon, Ty going to the higher dexterity, and 5 for Bodhi. So with a quick tonal shift of the ambiance, Otto, you are up. Just as a reminder, Charm is about 7-ish feet tall, and that's not counting her conical hat that slopes backwards. Black, but aged a little bit to the darkest of grays. Her skin is all pasty white gray, all black clothing, overly long fingers, slightly overly long face. And her two darklings, Bauble and Trinket, are about 4.5 feet. As of right now, they are all at the entry of the shore because initiative started as they jumped out of the shadow.
Cool. Being tall, being that tall doesn't really mean anything to me. That just means it takes you long to go back to the hell you came from. So, Otto is going to jump on the back of Morna and tell her, we got you. If you can't fight, help not, we got you. And is going to, his eye and the horn are going to glow, and he's going to pop Hunter's Mark on Charmed, and take a shot.
As you jump on Lamorna's back,
I hope you know that I'm tolerating this only because of your station as the monarch.
No one tells me what any of that means. I'm sorry. It's just doing it to protect you. That's it.
all right. So you are casting Charm on... No, Hunter's Mark on Charm, not Charm on Charm.
No, I'm popping Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
So that way, all right, and 18 to hit.
It looks like there might be some audio issues going on currently.
Let me do a check-in.
I'm checking Twitch.
Yep, it's doing that thing where it impacts everyone else's audio, but all I have to do is this. So hold on, friends.
All right.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. And we should be golden now. Someone say something.
Hello.
Yeah, you want to turn your camera back on?
Oh, my camera's
So we
off.
can look at those gorgeous muscles.
There we go. All right, fixed. Thank you very much, chat. Okay, so Hunter's Mark on Charm. There is no save required for that. Okay.
18 to hit.
Will hit.
Cool. So we got 8 plus. Nope. Oh yeah, I did roll max. 8 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2. The 3 is from Dreadful Strikes. So that is 3 psychic damage. So altogether, we got 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. All right. You send this shot, and there is the little bit of psychic damage in there, and you watch as part of Charm, where it impacts, turns to shadow, but still where the arrow passes through, ripples like smoke hit with a bullet, just from the force of it passing through. And she gives a
Question, is she Fae too? Is she considered a Fae?
Yes?
Cool. Advantage on survival checks to tracker. Got it. All right, cool to know.
Okay.
Don't do some bullshit like that. All right, we're good to go.
All right, then Gromp is up.
I'm going to look at Trinket. Trinket, are you sure you need that specific horn? Doesn't this horn look really nice? And I'm gonna point over to Bodhi's head. And as I grab onto Bodhi's horn and cast Suggestion. Wisdom 14. Asking Trinket to, you could just take this horn and leave the unicorn, and you can go on your way after you take it.
Okay. That is an 8. So definitely fails the wisdom save. And so your suggestion is that takes
Take
that
Bodhi's
horn
and go.
Okay.
And leaves.
Okay. Got it. And that was Trinket. Okay. That's so fun.
And bonus action, I'm going to wink at Bodhi. Thank you for your sacrifice. And cast Bardic Inspiration. That's my
Very
turn.
nice. Great turn. Okay, that is going to bring up Charm. Okay. Yeah.
Is that a D8 or a D10?
D6.
D6.
Oh, got it. Sorry.
Yeah, you're not that high yet.
Sorry.
All right, so...
4.
Oh, that's what she's going to do. Charm drops to the ground and just becomes this fleeting pool of shadow that disappears as soon as it spills across the sand and rock here. And she reforms right next to Lamorna and is going to make 2 attacks as she reaches to her left hip and draws a sword that does not exist. And as her hands close where a hilt would be, a hilt of shadow forms. And as she draws from a sheath, from a scabbard that is not there, a scimitar-shaped blade of shadow forms, and she raises it overhead and makes 2 attacks against Lamorna.
Ethan, would you consider me within 5 feet?
Would you? Because we're using Theater of the Mind here, I need you to answer this as only
No,
you could.
considering we probably move closer down to the water for the threat. Never mind.
Okay. I appreciate the honest assessment.
Bodhi?
Bodhi, would you
What
have
about?
been within 5 feet of Lamorna?
Oh, 110%. I'm guarding her with my whole fucking life.
All right. Well, then this might qualify for Sentinel if you wanted to use it.
I would love to.
She's going to make 2 attacks. So here comes the first one. And are you using Sentinel? Because I'm not sure if it actually...
You don't get it. You don't. It doesn't change my answer.
What? What?
I don't think. What were
No,
you
it wasn't... That. No one's attacking you.
Oh, okay. I thought you just said. Oh.
No, you can make a reaction. You can make an attack of opportunity
Thank you.
because of Sentinel if you want.
Yes, I do. Should I do that now or wait?
Yes, this would be...
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do
Yes.
16.
Will miss.
That's a good point. We gathered information.
All right. Then here come her 2 attack rolls against Lamorna. Oh, wow. Really bad. So one of them is a natural 1. The other was an 8 on the die, so a 13, which a 13 will still hit Lamorna.
Barbs.
Ooh, okay. Let's try this again. That is a 7 on the die. That is a total of a 12, so this time it's meat to beat. 7 plus 5 for this attack.
Sorry, guys, I tried.
No, that was a great use of it.
So give an advantage to.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll give advantage to Kai.
And Lamorna takes 12 damage.
I would also like to remind Bodhi that they have Bardic Inspiration in the future, just so you know. I don't know if that would change anything there.
It would have
It
changed
would
things
have.
potentially.
Yeah.
All
I was
right.
just choosing not to use it for that particular attack. I have a plan for it.
That is yes. So Charm does this. Comes up, makes 2 swipes at Lamorna. The first one, Lamorna manages to rear up and with her front hooves knock the shadow blade, but isn't able to escape the second attack that comes slicing up her ribs. And after that attack, Charm once again drops into the ground, and at the same moment, Bauble does as well. And they swap spots. With her bonus action, swap. That is the end of Charm's turn, which is going to bring up Bauble and Trinket. I'm going to deal with Bauble first. Bauble's going to make 2 attacks against Lamorna. That is a 19 and a 16. Oh, I'm sorry. 19 and 18. So both of those will hit. So here, the average damage of each one, so total of 24 more damage to Lamorna. Let me see if she has a reaction. She does, but it wouldn't boost her AC high enough. So she's going to take another 24. These two stabs go deep into Lamorna, and as she is rearing back, Bauble is trying to grab onto Lamorna's horn. Come here, stop fighting! And is trying to grab hold of it so that he can hack at it. Bauble, on the other hand...
Oh, Trinket.
Oh, I'm sorry, that was Bauble. Trinket is going to go after Bodhi. Let me fix one thing here really quick. Music switch back to the super calm stuff. We can't have that. This one's coming at Bodhi and is going to try to grab something off your head. But is going to make attacks at you, because that is what he would do against the unicorn, to try to get the horn, so that's what he's doing against you. 2 attacks against Bodhi from the suggestion of Trinket. Melon?
With Bodhi being in the back, that means he has to go past people.
Yes. You want to make an attack of opportunity as he's running over? You feel free.
Fuck yeah. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, make that attack of opportunity. No, Gromp, stop it. Make that attack of opportunity. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I've great blood.
Actually, I will. Oh, damn it! Gromp was trying to help you. I appreciate the power gamer going. No, don't break suggestion.
Don't break charm.
No, he got a nat 1. So could you describe that nat 1, Melon, as
it's literally
Trinket goes running past you in this black, bordering on gray, like raincoat style outfit?
Think a kid walking up to his first time at T-ball and just straight up missing.
Looking back at Mom. I did it. All right, then 2 attacks coming at Bodhi. Well, one is a miss with a 4 on the die. The other is a nat 20.
Silvery barbs.
There we go. Is now a 16 on the die. So a 21 to hit you, Bodhi.
Yep.
All right.
Got me.
That is 6 piercing damage and 6 necrotic damage to you. So 12 total, Bodhi. Yep. That is going to be the end of their turn, which brings Wraught up, Kai is on deck, then Melon.
I'm noticing something about the fact that A, these are called darklings, and B, they're poofing around. Is it reasonable to assume that they're using shadow to move?
There is... Make me an Arcana check.
$17.
17. You know creatures that rely on shadow and darkness and are therefore weakened in the absence of it. These 3 seem to utilize shadow but not require it. With a 17, you don't feel like depriving them of shadows will aid you too much.
Okay, that's really what I was getting at. Is
That's-
if I can make
I got you.
enough light.
I got you.
All right, I think I'm going to turn that over in my mind, kind of glancing between all 3 of these enemies and the encroaching shadows and how they're poofing about, and possibly discard it. And instead, I am going to spin around to where Charm is now standing a little bit further away from me. And I'm going to go, I'm going to point at her and twist my wrist so my fingers are straight up. And I'm going to go, I didn't pay for ride-alongs, and cast Arms of Hadar under her.
Okay. What does she have to do?
She has to make a strength saving throw.
Oof, not her strongest suit.
That's what I was counting on.
It is still a 16, though. She rolled a
She
15
makes it.
on the die.
Yeah, let's see here. She still takes half damage, so that's something. 10, so as she's standing there, like red fire tendrils spring up around the ground around her and try to tie her down and burn her.
Love it.
With dark fire, but I don't quite get her all the way.
So what's half?
Half damage.
Roll that damage.
Uh, 7 for half.
7 is halved. So what we see is these, like you described, these fiery colored, like, tentacles, arms come out and try to grapple and grab and entangle Charm. And where it hits, it sears a little bit, but then passes through as like her shoulder and hip and leg just melt to shadow, allowing the arms to hit the ground and burn away. She still took some damage, though.
All right, and as a free action, I'm gonna kind of call over my shoulder. I wonder if Radiant would do a little more.
That will bring up Kai, then Melon, then Lamorna.
Kai's gonna be standing there with like
You're
his
last,
knife
Bodhi.
and his little scimitar, like, oh, what the fuck? Just because so much magic happened all at once, and his little brain is gonna go, well, time to fight the closest thing. So he's gonna go straight for Charm.
Let's do it.
I'm going to attack at her with my scimitar first, and because nobody is within 5 feet of me or 5 feet of her, and it's just me, I will get sneak attack on this if it hits, and I have advantage.
All right.
That was 13 plus 6, so 19.
19 will absolutely hit. Sneak attack.
So that's 9 slashing damage for the first one, plus the sneak attack damage, which is going to be 7. And I'm going to smack at her again with my dagger this time.
Okay, hold on. Quick pause. What was the total damage there?
16.
16 was the total damage. Okay.
Yep,
I
9 for
have
the first one, 7 for the second.
I have a question. Melon, where are you currently in relation to Kieren and Charm? How close would you say you are?
I was probably 10, 15 away from Lamorna.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I'm probably about midway between both.
Okay. Got it. Totally fair. So, Kieren, you come running in and just like sliding down dagger or short sword? What's your weapon again, Kieren? Scimitar. So you slide down on one knee, come up with this arcing upward strike with your scimitar, and as it sinks into Charm, right as it pierces skin and you feel that resistance, the entire form of Charm goes like a shadowy echo. And Bodhi, being closest to Lamorna, you see as Charm reforms right next to Lamorna. She still takes half of that damage, though. That is her reaction using Shadow Substitution.
So I haven't moved. I've probably moved like 10 feet in total. My walking speed is 45. Can I still get to her?
Yes, you could run back through.
To her.
As you are running away, as you notice this happen, focus your attention on the true charm and start bolting away. Could you make me a dexterity saving throw for the final part of her little reaction ability?
A 19 again. The 13 plus 6.
All right. Let me make sure. Yeah, all right. It was a 13 plus 6, so you will only take half damage as the smoky double explodes in a detonation of shadow. So you take 3 necrotic damage. And then run back over to Charm, and you can make your second attack.
And I have Alice within 5 feet. Oh, wait, no, sorry, I already had the sneak attack. It doesn't matter. But I do have advantage still on one of my attacks that I didn't use on the first one because I totally forgot about it.
Sweet.
So I'll see if either that works. Either a 9 or a 15.
Both will miss.
Okay. Well, I'll try to like be in front of her, between her and Lamorna or something, just being like up in her business if possible.
She appeared right next to Lamorna, so you can be right next to them, but not enough room to be in between right now. However, that brings Melon up, then Lamorna, then Bodhi.
Yeah, where's this bitch Charm at?
Over by Lamorna.
Bitch.
She's big. She looks tasty.
She big.
Yeah, I'm gonna run on over there and whipping my fuck. What do I want to be using? Fuck, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what I am gonna be using, because whatever I'm using, I'm gonna be channeling inflict wounds on the second level on it.
Okay.
Here comes the harm cleric.
2 hit. We are looking at ooh baby 18 plus 5
That'll definitely hit.
with a nice big old baseball bat of 4d10 necrotic. How many d10s do I have over here? Enough.
Enough.
We are looking at... Ooh, that's really good. 27.
27 damage.
Necrotic.
Necrotic damage. Well, good thing she doesn't have extra damage from that. Whew! Okay. That
The only thing
like,
that she
eats-
sees is pure feral rage and hunger.
it eats away at the shadow. around her as she attempts to turn part of her body into that shadowy black mist. The necrotic energy pursues it and eats it away molecule by molecule. Anything else?
I'm a cleric. I only got one action.
No, I'm a cleric. Okay, totally fair. Totally fair. That then will bring up Lamorna, who in this exact moment... Oh, which does she want to do?
She wants to leave.
I will let you all make a group decision for her. Does she essentially Misty Step away, getting out of this cluster, or does she heal herself?
She heals herself because the island is tiny and they could pursue her anyway.
I agree.
Then she heals herself for 11.
There's nowhere to run to.
I mean, just not being there at this exact moment. And that is her actions. That's all she can really do right now. That will bring Bodhi up.
Bodhi's pissed. So this whole time he's just kind of fuming at the sheer audacity of Bauble. So he is close to Lamorna anyway, so therefore close to Bauble. And he is just going to flick his joint, and as he flicks his joint on the opposite end of Bauble, his echo appears.
Yeah.
Is it possible to flank with an echo?
I think we checked this, and I don't think it is,
I
because
didn't
it
think
has
so.
to be a creature.
A creature,
If it's
right?
Lamorna,
Okay.
you can flank with me.
So,
Do you
where
want to
did
flank, or-
where did your echo appear?
I just want
Who is it next to?
my echo is going to attack Bauble.
Bauble.
So
Okay.
yes.
No problem. Then that is going to be right next to Lamorna. It's
Okay,
getting crowded.
It's getting crowded, but that's okay. Bodhi takes Cork off his back pretty quietly, and he holds it with both hands. And he's going to unleash his incarnation, and he is going to take an attack, and his echo is going to take an attack, and they're both going to be on Bauble.
Okay.
I've got 20. I used my Bardic Inspiration for this second one, which gave me a 21. Damage will be... Hold on, I'm trying to do mental math, and that's not a good thing for me. Hold on. But I did roll the dice at the same time.
I'm so proud of you. You did great.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry.
I'm so proud of you. I mean that genuinely.
22 damage.
So that is the total?
That is the total
Okay.
of the damage.
As you...
Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to roll a d10 because I was holding it with both hands.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. I'm so
No,
sorry.
that's totally fine.
I got super excited. I like wrote down my thing and everything. Okay, hold on.
I'm just imagining Cork screaming as he just
That's why
slices through the air.
I was about to get there.
It's 23 damage. Sorry.
23 damage. How much was the first one of that 23?
I just picked up my dice like this, so I
Okay.
don't remember.
Then
Sorry.
I'm going to just cut it in half and say the first one was 11, because as you come in with that attack, Bauble is going to use their reaction
Okay.
to replace themselves with a shadow duplicate and appear 15 feet away, just on the opposite side of, towards the northern edge of the island. So that is going to be 6 damage on it. Here's my question. Because you already rolled both attacks,
Yeah.
if you have your, you then have your echo go pursue and attack the second, so that one already hits. So that's another 12 on there. So took in a total of 18 damage.
Okay.
Could I please have... Let me check something. Each creature. Yep. Could I please have everyone who was over by Lamorna and Bauble and all of that, could I please get a dex save from Kieren, Melon, and Bodhi?
19.
Heck yeah.
Otto is on top of Lamorna.
Yeah, I'm on top of Lamorna.
Then you're definitely within 5 feet. Then, so,
All
yep,
right.
you need to do that.
9.
Hey, hold on.
9, okay. Yeah.
But technically 26, I guess.
Oh yeah, Lamorna needs to do.
18 plus 5. I passed.
Yes. Those of you who pass, the DC was just 12, take 3 damage. Bodhi, you will take 6 necrotic damage as the shadowy duplicate of Bauble erupts. I believe that is the end of Bodhi's turn.
He does get movement.
Oh, yes.
If he would like to walk towards Bauble.
Okay. In that case, Charm already used her reaction, so she can't make an attack of opportunity against you. That will bring us to the top of the order then, which is Otto.
All right, cool. Just swings the necrotic damage off his hand. Fucking shit. Charmed. I'm gonna keep attacking Charmed.
Okay?
And so, because of the range attack, she's right up on Lamorna. So if I use my bow, do I have to do a disadvantage?
Yeah. Because she's within 5 feet of Lamorna, you're technically occupying the same space.
That's cool. That's cool. I'm gonna put the bow away. Short sword.
Quick pause. I don't know why.
Okay.
I don't know why the voice thing keeps doing this. Let me see if I can just do it like this super fast. Try
I
now.
remember when I used to like chit chat.
Bye.
It happened about every 45 minutes.
But it didn't. It only started
Yeah.
last session.
Camera, sir.
It's only. Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
So, not sure why it's doing that. Luckily, and this is just an out of character good thing for like knowledge. Funny enough, it is I know it's OBS doing it. That's the problem, and not
Good.
Discord, because the bot we use that records our Discord input isn't dirty whenever that happens. So it's
know.
I'll do a
OBS
little
being
research into
weird.
this.
Yeah, so that's... I wonder if I could just mute it on OBS next time it happens and unmute it if it'll fix it. We'll have to fiddle around. Let me know next time it happens and we'll fiddle with another solution. But, Otto, could you please repeat what you were doing?
Oh, well, I'm just going to put the bow, since she's right up in my face. I'm going to pull up my nice little short sword and go swing,
go.
swung the sword.
Swing,
And it's
swung.
going to and it's going to glow as well.
Of course. I mean, why not? Gotta glow.
19 to hit.
That will hit.
5 plus 3 is 8. Give me a second. Hold on, I'm not done yet. We got to do math. But I rolled all my dice together. 5 plus 3 plus... Ooh, 6. Plus 4. Fuck yes. 18 points worth of
18
fucking damage.
Woo! You swap weapons, give just a quick from where you have the sword stored, just one quick motion slice, and it just goes straight down Charm's chest. Her black clothes are sliced open, and there is just shadow that leaks out from it. I'm still going to make you scream.
And I'm going to wear you like a coat when I'm done with you.
All right.
Suddenly very attracted to Otto.
That is Otto. Gromp is up.
So Gromp notices that Trinket attacked Bodhi. You see Gromp kind of twitch. And I yell, Trinket! This horn is for you! And I go to slice Bodhi's horn off of his head. so he doesn't attack Bodhi and just takes the horn and runs.
Okay. You walk over to Bodhi, just pull off the horn that is essentially taped there, just made of rolling papers and grit, and just pull it off and toss it towards Trinket. Huh?
After I pull it off, I like pulse it in my hand like it has power.
Give me that!
And I throw it.
Starts to turn to go after it. All right.
Sorry about that, Bodhi. And I
It's
give
okay.
him a kiss on the head and bardic inspiration.
I already have. Oh no, I used it. Right. Yeah, I gotta get. He just flushes a little bit. Ew.
As you all have done this, Charm looks around. You all are, like, for them, a large part of this group is all clumped very close together. I've seen enough. From the dome of shadow overhead, dripping down like a viscous drop of syrup as it collects at the top of this dome and then falls, is just this blot of shadow and darkness that lands on the island and spreads out 30 feet in each direction. Every one of you within there is immediately consumed in pure and absolute darkness. As she casts darkness as her villain action, and now it's her turn. She still has her 2 actions. Let me check something about Lamorna. Lamorna doesn't have blind sight. Each one of these attacks is at advantage. Thank God, because that one would have been a nat 1, and instead is a 12. Second attack is a 17. That is going to be 24 more damage to Lamorna. You all hear, with your ears, you hear the high-pitched, pained sound of an injured horse. And with your mind, you hear the more human scream of pain. And you hear the 2 overlap one another. That brings us to Trinket and Bauble. Trinket, you all don't see this, but as the camera pushes into the magically created darkness, we see Trinket running over to the cut-off horn.
Good, got it. I got it, boss!
You are an idiot. Bauble's turn. Bauble is going to make 2 attacks on Lamorna.
Ha!
Bodhi, you, not your Echo, you can get an attack of opportunity at disadvantage. And if you were asking how, the answer to that is because he's within 30 feet and he has blind sight.
Okay, thank you.
But if you want to make an attack with disadvantage, and you have Sentinel, which means if you land this, you could stop Bauble in his tracks before he makes it to Lamorna. I'm going to give you something above the board here. If you don't make it, the odds of Lamorna surviving this round are low.
Okay, so I rolled a 9, got 6 on the Bardic Inspiration. I still I'm gonna dump. I have 3. We don't do luck here, do we?
Yeah, we do. You just can't use it against
heck
me.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Because I have it in my tray, so I was like, wait, is this my? Okay, cool. I'm gonna dump 3 luck in there.
1 from me, which is technically 2.
So that's
And from me.
18, and then 19, 20.
Okay. You hit. Roll me damage.
$14.
14 damage. I have to look something up really quick. I have to look up a ruling. Okay. 14 damage. You connect. However, even though you can't see, something feels wrong as you connect. And could you please make me a dexterity saving throw? As the shadowy duplicate that Bauble created when you hit detonates.
3.
You take 10 necrotic damage. And then there is... Hold on one sec. Bodhi, as you feel this impact, and you get taken to your knees for a moment from the impact of it, you can feel the necrotic energy through your right arm. And you all hear a high-pitched scream. Lamorna is going to use her reaction to use something called Shimmering Shield, which made 1 of the 2 attacks miss. The attack that missed was the one that would have been for her horn, not for the one that took her to bleeding and prone and dying. Wraught, you are up.
I hear this. I can't see, but I don't need to. Wraught drops to her knees and slams her hands onto the ground. And darkness and putridicity and rot spreads through the island as I cast Wither and Bloom. And I shoot it towards where I knew that unicorn was standing before the darkness came down. I do not need sight to cast this spell.
No, you don't.
And in a 10-foot dome around the unicorn, every bit of plant and insects and flowers, and nobody can see this, dies. And any kind of thing that was within 10 feet of that unicorn, any of those 3 has to make a Constitution saving throw of 13.
Does my echo have to do that since my echo?
No,
is there?
it's things of my choice.
Oh, fantastic! Oh wow!
1 pass, 1 fail.
Ten necrotic damage, and they take 5 if they passed. And And as this death snakes through them, it sucks their life out. It sucks the life out of the island. It takes it out of every plant and flower and insect. And I'm going to pump it into Lamorna. And she can roll any unspent hit dice she has. I don't know what the hit dice are for a unicorn, so I'll leave that up to you. But she can use them all if she wants to.
And she's gonna. So, yeah. I'm going to do this with some digital dice here because it's going to be faster. Oh my god. Is that really how this works?
No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's one unspent hit dice, but it equals to a total amount of hit points equal to my spellcasting modifier.
Okay. Okay.
So you like we just got a full res.
No, because
Sorry, guys, I got really caught up in the moment.
well, because I was looking at it and like she has 9 d10 hit. She has 9 hit dice, and so I rolled 56.
You know what? It's a heal.
I was
it's
like,
better
wow.
than bad.
But I'll roll my 1 d10. And what is your? Hey, I got max. So what is your spellcasting mod?
You get a +3 on top of that.
Got it. Okay.
So 13.
Whew. All right. You don't see it, but
I think you can smell it.
the areas where the glimmering, kaleidoscopic blood of this unicorn was seeping onto this island, those wounds are in the shadow that we can't see through. There are small, only a couple millimeter tall flowers that bloom all around those wounds, and as they wither away as well, the wounds have knitted, the bleeding stopped. Good turn. All right, anything else from Wraught?
As my movement, I have to assume that they can see in magical darkness, I guess. I think Wraught's going to try to get up in the mix and try to get in the way.
Okay.
She dropped to her knees, she casts a spell, and then starts to charge forward on all fours, and her wings just like make her go even faster. She uses them to push herself along the ground until she tries to find something that smells not like one of her friends and get up in the business.
I would definitely say the first thing you bump into, you immediately recognize as Melon. And then from there you have to start
slithering through the legs,
feeling around. All right, Kieren, you are up, then Melon.
So, I never moved from like where I was literally next to Lamorna.
Mm-hmm.
And if they popped up right where they had previously been, I'm just gonna assume that things keep popping up right there to attack her. So I'm just gonna keep trying to stab right there.
Okay, that is with disadvantage for blindness. And you do have an ally within 5 feet of Lamorna.
And that literally, if I'm within 5 feet of something, or like an ally's within 5 feet, I will get sneak attack regardless.
Unless you have disadvantage. Disadvantage.
Wait, no, it says I don't need advantage on things though.
Right.
Hang on.
But check out the wording of sneak attack itself. If you actually have to roll with disadvantage, in other words, if disadvantage is not canceled out, it's the last words in sneak attack and the shortened description.
And I was looking at the rakish audacity, and you don't enter disadvantage. Okay, well, I got a 17 and an 18. An 11.
Dang! 17 will still hit, though.
So 7 for the first one. I'm gonna try hitting again.
Absolutely. Ooh, I need to roll something for charm.
A 12 and a 23.
I'm gonna let 12 will miss. I'm gonna let you guys know what I'm rolling really quick because it might impact what just happened. Concentration on darkness.
Wait, was she the one that missed for Wither and Bloom then? You said one of them missed?
No, she succeeded, so it's
Okay.
still the minimum minimum roll. She did get a 12 on the die. Darkness
Did
is
she
still
roll
up.
it for my Wither and Bloom, though?
That's what she was rolling it for. Yeah. This hit was not on her. This was on Bauble. But she did pass her concentration. Damage on the first one was 7. Noted. Second attack from Kai misses. Are you going to stay in there, Kai, or are you going to get out?
I'm gonna stay in there. I can't see.
All right. Melon is up, then Lamorna, then Bodhi.
I've been tracking Charm wherever she's popping up. Where was the last point I saw her? Which direction? Now my head hasn't moved from it.
How accurate is, like, the tracking that you have?
Very.
Is it survival based?
I believe that was a question for you, Melon.
Oh, yeah, no. This is life or death right now. It's like one of us is dying.
Okay. So, is this a... I'm just asking so that I understand what to roll. Is this a mechanical tracking, or is this simply you paying attention to where she is?
Paying attention to where she is.
The darkness makes that a little tough. So, you know where she was when she cast darkness. That might not be where she is now.
I'm gonna head there, and if I hit something that doesn't feel like anybody else...
Okay, here's the way we're going to do this. Could you roll me a D10?
D10, got it. We're looking at a 7.
7! Actually, yes, you do bump into something that doesn't feel like one of your friends.
Cool, I'm gonna give it a...
It feels like a horse.
Nope, not doing that one. It's like, oh, wait a minute.
Just wanted to clarify that before you attacked. Feels like a horse.
Pat, you good? Cure wounds?
Hey, there we go. As you can feel that Lamorna is pushing herself onto her knees and then up onto her hooves.
15.
Thank you, Melon. I appreciate it. All right. Anything else, Cleric?
Wander off, arms flailing, see if I can find where this bitch is.
Okay. At the moment, that's going to
If
be...
I feel anything foreign, it's getting bitten.
She doesn't have anything that'll make it so she doesn't have to... She can't deal with that, she can't deal with that, she can't deal with that. Okay. Lamorna is going to use her... Ooh, that it can see. Damn it. Okay. As you, Melon, touch Lamorna's flanks to heal her, she says to you, "Hold on to me. I'm going to get you out of here."
Oh, I'm gone. I'm not there anymore. I left.
Oh, damn it.
I wandered off.
I got you, Otto. And she lowers her horn and charges. I'm going to roll a d10 to see if she hits anyone. It's the same numbers I assigned to everyone before. She doesn't hit any enemies because she rolled her number. But that also means she doesn't hit any friends in the process and spear any of you with her horn. So what does happen is, Otto, you just feel her take off, and as she starts galloping, there is no sound of hooves impacting anything. She simply moves forward, and eventually, with no warning, light and vision and sight returns to you as she runs through the edge of the darkness to the outskirts of the island and stops. I don't know if she can do that again today. I'm going to give you the best shot I can. Get your bow ready. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Bodhi, you are up and still in the darkness.
Oh, okay, I need to remember to write Otto riding on the back of a unicorn on my notes. Okay, cool. So, the last person who attacked me was Bauble, correct?
Correct.
And as far as I know, that individual has not moved.
Oh, I'm sorry. The last
What?
person who attacked you was Charm. The one that... Or, I'm sorry. There are so many similar names. Rewind. The last one who attacked you was Trinket. The one that Gromp had told to get your horn and has since gone chasing your ripped-off horn.
Okay, so who is around me?
Ooh,
that I
it's dark.
can-
It's really dark.
I am. Okay. And
Darkness
my
sucks, y'all.
Echo can't see anything either. I don't know if someone's close to my Echo, so that's not going to make any sense. Okay, so basically,
You
he's going
did
to take-
feel
Hmm?
and hear Lamorna saying these things because you were right next to her. So you heard as
Okay.
she said, "Hold on to me." Well, damn it. Otto, I got you. And you felt her tail, the hair of her tail just flick across your shell as she turned and ran the opposite direction.
Okay, well that's good. So he's appreciative of that. Does Cork have dark vision?
That is a very important and good question. Let me check something.
How can he see threats if he can't see through magical darkness?
Right?
Oh, hold on.
Eyes,
Let me get stats right here. Here we go. Well, though I will
Fuck
say,
yourself,
so
you
first of all, for your own knowledge, yes, he does have dark vision. Dark vision doesn't see through magical darkness.
Okay, well
You
it's
need
good to
blind
know.
sight or tremor sense or devil's sight or
Motherfucker!
true seeing.
So good information. So he is going to do double fist Cork, and he's just going to hold him out and delicately sweep. And
Master, swing wildly in all directions.
you're going slow. You don't want to hit a friend. And he's probably gonna do that in a circle for like 10 feet.
Okay. Roll me a d10.
Sick. That's a 2.
A 2?
Yeah.
Gromp, you feel a poke. Actually, are you in terms of, have you moved closer, Gromp? Or are you still pretty
Yeah.
far away?
Yeah, I moved closer
Okay.
to chop that nice horn off.
That's right. So, you were right next to Bodhi. So, Gromp, you do feel a tentative and yet sharp and forceful poke.
Master, I found someone. Push forward.
Do you respond at all when you were poked?
No, they got me. They got me.
Oh no, man, it's just Nancy me, Cork! And then he's gonna shift. He's gonna go the other direction. And then he's just gonna be like, and he's going to use his bonus action to second wind heal himself. And
Quick pause. Quick pause. The audio is doing the thing. So let me experiment with something really quick. Let me see what happens if I just mute the audio and then unmute it. Someone say something. Oh, thank you.
Something.
Let me see if that fixes it. Nope. Did not fix it, so I have to do this. I don't know why it is being so stupid. Yeah, it's pretty aggravating. Especially since I just updated it today. It should have fixed it. Okay. Well, we will look into that at break and see if we can figure out exactly why that's happening. But in the meantime, it is working now.
okay, so he's gonna use his bonus action to second wind heal himself. As he shifts the other direction and walks away from Gromp, he's going to swap places with his. Hold on, I actually think I can only do that as a bonus action. Sorry, guys. Oh, it's only a bonus action. Never mind. He's just going to stand there, holding his sword
Okay.
and waiting.
Okay. Well, then that brings us, once again, to the top of the order. However, because I want to see if I can figure out what is going on with the sound, and we've been going for about an hour and a half, let's go ahead and take a quick break here so that I can do some research into that, and we'll just be back in 5 to 10 minutes, ideally figuring out why that's happening. So don't go anywhere, friends, so that we can see if Lamorna survives this fight.
Oh, God.
We'll be back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Just a quick update. I looked up what might be the cause of that. According to most things that I've seen, it's just the window audio capture thing is still in beta on Discord, and so it still has it, is still in beta on OBS, so it still has its issues. It's imperfect. Please do keep letting us know whenever that happens so that I can fix it as quickly as possible. I think I might have found another way to fix it even faster without having to exit the call. We'll see. I will test that next time it happens.
But it's being fucky wucky and we can't put
It's
it in the
being
forever box.
fucky wucky and there's not much we can do about that. So, let me get the music back up.
Give us the sweet tunes, Ethan. I need that stress level to increase my heart rate.
All right, y'all. We left combat at the top of the order. So, top of the order, Otto.
Question.
Hit me.
Otto's got a question.
Oh,
So,
dear.
well, we're in darkness now. They're in darkness and we're on the outside, correct?
Correct.
Cool. I've hunter marked her,
Mm-hmm.
and she's a fae.
Mm-hmm.
So, would I get advantage to hit her?
What is the wording on Hunter's Mark?
So let's start with the fae part first. Favorite enemy, because she's fae. You
Correct.
concern that. I have advantage on survival checks to track your favorite enemies.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then with Hunter's Mark, you choose a creature you can see within range to mystically mark, and she was marked before it went dark.
Correct.
Until the spell ends, I can do all that stuff. You have advantage on Wisdom or Perception or survival checks to find it.
Here's what I'm going to say. With all of those things combined, darkness still has the effect of blindness.
Okay.
In that space, no light gets in, no light gets out. However, because you have Hunter's Mark and because Fae are your favorite enemy, I will let you shoot directly at her.
Yep.
It will still be at disadvantage, but you will actually know where she is generally. Without those things, you wouldn't even know where to shoot, so there would be a percentage chance that you would hit a friend.
That's all right. I got faith in the Feywild.
Glad someone does.
And for flavor, I'm just going to touch Lamorna's horn and then aim for her.
I love that. I love that.
I hate it here.
Hold on. Tell me both rolls.
One's a nat 20.
Okay.
That was the first one, unfortunately.
Okay.
But the other one is a 15.
15.
I'm sorry. No, 15 plus 7.
Oh. So why you hate it here? Oh, just because you didn't get a nat 20?
Yep.
Okay. Well, then you, as you, touch Lamorna's horn, you come back, and as you start to release in slow motion as we see Otto's fingers let go of the taut bowstring, Lamorna just nuzzles up ever so slightly and lifts the bow to give you that nat 20 and take away the disadvantage.
Let's fucking get it. I want this bitch dead. Okay, so how do we do the crunchy crits again?
It is anything you would have to roll, just roll once, and then add maximum for the second.
Max damage on that D8.
Okay.
Out the gate. So, all right, 8 plus 3. Oop, not 83. Good lord. Plus 3. That's 19 out the gate. Plus 6. And then plus 2. So
27.
27.
27 damage. Okay. Charm, or so that is. Charm is going to use her reaction to use her final use of Shadow Substitution. And you send this arrow in, and as soon as it passes through this veil of shadow and darkness, manifesting right in front of you and Lamorna is Charm, the arrow embedded into her, as she snaps it and gives an overly large grin. Just us now.
Bring it, bitch.
Gromp, you are up unless Otto has a second attack.
Wait. Does she have to roll for concentration for darkness?
Good question.
Give
Good
it
shout.
to me. Give it to me.
16 on the die. Great.
Damn it.
Great question, though. Good job keeping me honest. I appreciate that. Gromp, you're up.
Lamorna. Can't
And
see.
we just see Lamorna, her ears flick ever so slightly, as horses do. Gromp, I hear you. Come this way. Get out of there.
I hear the voice and I run towards it.
Okay. Make me a... Okay. I'm going to steal a mechanic. Could you... This is going to be called a luck check. Not to be confused with luck points or the lucky feat. There's so much luck involved in these games. So for a luck check, what I want you to do is roll me 2 d20s and tell me which of those, or the one that is the farthest from 10. So if you rolled an 8 and a 13, you'd go with 13. If you rolled
I rolled
a
8 and a 5.
8 and a 5. 5. You trip, or start to trip. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Eight plus 5.
Good. You don't fall. You trip over someone's foot or tail or weapon. It's, who knows, you can't really see, but you feel something catch your toe. And you go stumbling forward, but as you stumble forward, light. And you see in the distance the tall shape of Charm, shadows dripping from the bottom of her cloak, standing looming over Lamorna and Otto.
I'm going to run and I'm within range of Lamorna still, yes?
You have to melee range
walking.
or ranged? Oh, to get to her?
Melee,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. You can get over to her.
So I run over to her, see Otto on top, tap her on her shoulder. Time to fight. And cast Cure Wounds.
On Lamorna. All right. Let me know how much you heal.
9.
9 more healing. She's still looking pretty hurt. You can see that one of her front legs she holds up as if it's still broken or tender. But as
Knowing that, can I change to second level?
Absolutely. Roll me the additional.
7 more.
7 more. She is able to put weight on her right leg after that. Anything else from Gromp?
Nope. Just get in a fighting stance. Look up to Otto. Let's do this.
All right.
Yeah.
At the end of Gromp's turn at initiative 20, could Otto, Gromp, and Lamorna, and could I have someone roll me a d20 for Lamorna, but could Otto and Gromp roll me dexterity saving throws, please?
What's her add-on to dexterity, Ethan?
Just roll me the d20 and I will add it.
13.
13 for
19.
Lamorna, so that is a
23.
total of 15. 19 and 23, respectively? All right. So, the two of you watch as from the bottom of the long black clothing that Charm wears, shadows slither out from it and start to climb up the legs of each one of you. They aren't able to get a grasp on Otto or Gromp. However, you hear the high-pitched whinny as Lamorna gets pulled down onto her knees as these shadows start to wrench her physically to the ground, even though they don't seem to have any mass or even a three-dimensional existence. They are still pulling her down to the ground. It is now Charm, then Trinket, then Bauble. Charm is going to leave Lamorna there and is going to make 2 attacks. The one, or I have a 15 and a 21 to hit Otto.
Yeah, they both hit.
All right. Then you take a total of 24 damage. 12 of that is from the from the piercing damage of the scimitar, and the rest is necrotic as she stabs and slices across you. The shadows left behind from the inky dark blade start to fester and go into your wound, and you can feel as they're digging inside of you. That is she uses her bonus action and shouts,
Trinkets. Focus up.
and they swap spaces. Trinket gets to re-roll that wisdom save with advantage to try to break the suggestion. Now that he has the horn, and with a total of 17, the third Darkling finally gets to start acting. Trinket is going to make both attacks against Gromp, because you charmed him, and that wasn't nice. Well, one of them is a nat 1, and the other is a 9. So I don't think either of those hit Gromp. No?
Nope.
So, Trinket uses his bonus action to swap places with Bauble. They each have these as bonus actions. They each have this bonus action. Any willing Darkling. And they are all willing. Swaps places with Bauble, putting Trinket back into the darkness, and Bauble is going to make 2 attacks. These are going to be split. 1 at Gromp, 1 at Otto. The 1 at Otto is a 10. The
Get
1
fucked.
at Gromp is... a 15 to hit. Will that hit you? Okay.
Ish.
Then that is 12 damage to you, Gromp. 6 piercing, 6 necrotic. That brings up Wraught. and then Kai, and then Melon. There is, just to refresh the image right now, the darkness is still there. Charm just appeared out, made two attacks. Swap places with Trinket, who was outside of the darkness, meaning that Charm is still outside of the darkness. Trinket missed both attacks. Swap places with Bauble, putting Trinket back in the darkness and Bauble now right next to Lamorna and Gromp and Otto. Charm is outside of the darkness, but about 15 feet away. So, Wraught, you are still in the darkness.
Wraught presses her hands together and then pushes them slowly apart as she casts her mind 60 feet in every direction.
Using...
When I get a ping on Charm, I can use 60 feet for Dissonant Whispers, because it's a creature of my choice. I don't have to see her.
Yeah, one creature of your choice can hear.
And I'm going to tilt my throat up, and I'm going to do that thing that alligators do. And she starts to vibrate her vocal cords in the deepest, most guttural rumbling. And it's like a... but like coming through teeth. Coming through something much, much larger than Wraught. And she has to make a wisdom saving throw.
She gets a dirty 20.
That's fine, she still takes half damage.
Bring it on.
Still takes 12 psychic damage.
Still takes 12.
As it thunders into her brain, and I think that that sound is going to invoke something very large.
Okay. This guttural sound that emanates from within the shadows. Awesome. Kai is up. Oh, yeah.
Actually, because I had connected with her mind, can I just get a vague direction of where she is?
That's not how it works.
That's fine, that's fine. I heard the scream of the unicorn if she got hit.
Definitely.
I'll use all my movement to move in that direction. See if I can break out the darkness.
Make me a luck check. So those 2 d20s.
I got a 10 and an 18.
18. You manage to dash out of the shadow, out of the darkness, without running into anyone. The light hitting your eyes. And you can now see Charm and Bauble and Otto and Gromp and Lamorna.
I think her eyes immediately snaps at Charm.
Alright. Kai, then Melon, then Lamorna, then Bodhi.
I will have when Lamorna shouted for Gromp, was that something in his head, or was everyone able to hear it?
No, you all heard.
Then I got that too.
Luck check.
15 and 17.
There you go. Managed to burst out using only, I would say, about 20 feet of your movement. So you still have some movement left as you run out of the darkness.
How far is Charm?
10 feet.
I'm gonna go right after. Like I'm about fucking sick of you. It's time for this to end. So he's gonna go and try to make a swing at her.
Okay, roll to hit.
And if there's no around her, I with them with my fiber. Leave the attack bonus.
There you go. Cool. Then this as the audio is doing this, let me do a quick check of something to see if I can fix it really quick. Could someone say something?
Hi.
It seems to be how it is. It's like Ethan always sounds divine, and the rest of us sound like robots.
I can tell you why as soon as I know if that fixed it. That seems to fix it. The reason is my voice is going into OBS not through Discord. It's going through my microphone. It's the window capture audio of Discord that causes the problem.
That fixed it, though. You didn't even have to, like,
yeah,
turn it
all
off.
I had to do was swap the sources back and forth. It's just making OBS refresh it. So it's really easy to fix when it's there. So thank you for letting me know whenever it happens, and then I can...
Small Bill, you were the goat.
Easily fix it. So, Kai, could you repeat that, please?
It was 12 plus 6 for 18.
18 damage?
No, to hit.
Oh, that hits.
$16 damage for the first one. I'm going to try hitting her again.
Okay.
Nat 20.
All right.
But
Now,
it's with the dagger and no sneak attack anyways.
but still, before you tell me how this nat 20 manifests, I want to give you a choice here. As you strike with the first attack and start to reel back for the second, Charm, and we see it slowly, starts to raise her hands in a pacifying gesture of surrender.
I'm going to kill her.
Okay. Please describe it.
As he slashes at her with the scimitar to just try to take out her ankles to make her drop, he's going to see her raise her hands. And there's some degree where Kai is a people person and wants to have those emotional connections with people and social connections. But there's also the animal part of his brain that goes, danger. If she continues to live, she will hurt you, and she will hurt the others around you. I don't like this. I would rather this be dead in front of me than a use to me. So I think that as she does that, she could probably see his eyes go from their normal kind of orange goatee look to them to, instead of the sideways squares like rectangle slits, they go like sharp, almost like a sideways cat, just like And do you want me to roll for the dagger, or does it really matter?
No.
All right, and he's just going to take it and go almost like the evil child from the portal, straight through the middle of her throat.
Instants, moments before Kieren shoves the dagger straight into the hollow of Charm's throat. Her legs almost literally chopped out from under her as she drops to her knees.
Wait, I can help you get you.
And her physical form, not her clothing, but her body, dissolves into shadow. The dome of darkness overhead starts to fracture and crack and fall away like old paint chips. And as it does, Trinket and Bobble, Trinket still holding as the darkness inside on the island falls away as well. Trinket still holding the paper's mache horn. The two of them look at each other and look to where Charm dissolves.
Hi, boss.
I was gonna say that as soon as it dropped, he was gonna turn around and like talk directly at them.
They leave. You try talking to them, their boss is dead. They say bye. And they are
Oh, it
out.
was gonna be a threat.
Oh, well, even faster then. But as you turn to them, before they do duck out with the darkness, what does Kieren say?
Move and I eat you.
Bye, boss. Whew. And fade
Yes, they're gonna be
with the
lunch.
shadow. You now find yourselves standing exactly where you stood not that long ago. Everything fairly similar to how it was just a few minutes ago before the darkness began to encroach. The only difference, now there is a black cloak and hat in a pile.
And there's a patch of dead grass over there.
Do we see Lamorna?
Lamorna is still there, with Otto astride. Thank you. This is what I was talking about when I said that things weren't as safe for us as they used to be. These aren't the only ones that have been hunting me and my kind, just for some gold.
Not just for gold. It sounds like your horn gets us to the next realm.
Yeah, but for these, they were just gonna sell it. However,
Which means that they must have a way to get there without your horn.
Any idea? And he's gonna like try to shake the darkness off of his, like, whatever bits of her are clinging to his daggers and just kicking through her coat. Unless there's something in her coat, but just. Any idea who would be buying those horns? I'd like to introduce myself to them.
if I had to guess, well, knowing them, even for that short interaction, I guess whoever paid the most. But probably the hags. Maybe even Queen Mab herself. Which one
Who's
of
that?
you, before that, just a quick question, who is visibly hurt? Who is hurting the most?
10.
8.
Oh, shit.
Is that 8 total left or 8 damage that you took?
8 total left.
Okay, so
They can be hurt through a cloak.
Lamorna nuzzles against you briefly, Gromp, and heals you for 11 hit points. I can help one other person with your wounds today.
How about you help yourself? As I walk over to the pile of corpse.
You've helped me plenty. Today, let me return the favor.
Bodhi, you good?
Yeah, man. And you hear, yeah, man, from his echo as the two start walking towards one another until when Bodhi pulls a joint that's kind of a little crumpled out of his shell. He uses his hand to kind of straighten it, and he lights it, and the echo soaks back into him. I know, man. And he puts his hands on his head. I just don't understand why people would want to come to the forest and hurt innocents. These people, man, you gotta get these fuckers out of the Feywild. This isn't what this place is about. And he takes a long drag from his joint and readjusts cork on his back. I just felt really useless. I didn't really like that very much. So now I would like very much to make sure people like that don't stay in a place like this. And he fans his arms out.
Master, all of your friends are still living and standing. Do not be so hard on yourself.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I really appreciate the kind.
Be careful, there is a rock that you might stub your toe
Oh my
on.
God! And he kind of stumbles back and catches himself. Cork.
What?
Man, that's the kind of energy I need during battle, okay? When we're not in battle, and he pats the hilt. I'm gonna need you to cool the fuck down because I'm gonna end up killing one of my friends by accident. We don't want that.
Oh, no.
Okay, so don't be fucking staring at me like that, though. Hey.
Yes, of course. I will do better.
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you, man? You were riding on a fucking back of a majestic beast. How do you feel, man?
You know, this is the first time. Wait, hold on. How many of y'all are around Lamorna right now?
Honestly, I mean, we're all probably in the area.
You're all
I'm trying to
within
figure out
30
if
feet of each other.
I was gonna say, I'm picking through a cloak of a dead person, so right there.
Nope, it's important. Otto wouldn't notice this, but Otto looks a little different to you guys. Otto looks more in tune with the Feywild of anger, but more battle worn. But you still hear the chipper voice, and as it slowly returns back to the normal form that you seen before. Yeah, I mean, it was fine.
Whoa, buddy.
Huh?
And he's gonna put his hands up like he's framing him. I recognize that shit anywhere. And he looks at everybody else. Our buddy Otto here. It's for the very first time. Figured out there's something in this world worth fighting for. You let that fire burn, little buddy.
I've seen that in a mirror before.
Yeah, maybe you don't have to let it burn. It could simmer, you know.
Well, I mean, I wanted to protect you guys in Lamorna, and I made a promise to it, and we did it.
Nobody said it was a bad thing.
Oh.
I was just complimenting you, Otto, and he claps his hand on your back. Sorry. And he picks you up and he puts you on his shoulders. You are a warrior, and now you know that. We all knew that. Now you do.
Thanks.
Wraught. Oh, no, go ahead, Otto. We'll jump back over to the loot in a second.
Oh, no, it was just saying thank you. Everybody fought really hard today, and I'm proud of everybody. We worked together as a team, and we helped protect Lamorna, and we helped protect each other, and I'm happy for that.
How can you tell we worked together as a team? You couldn't see anything.
I could feel it.
I
That's
can
how close
hear
we
it.
are.
I put my hand on
You were
Otto's
both
back.
bleeding hearts.
We are a team. And I cast Cure Wounds.
I am. Oh, I'm not bleeding no more.
No more bleeding hearts, Wraught.
Wraught, as this conversation is happening, make me a quick investigation check as you are looking through Charm's goodies. Yeah, Melon?
Melon probably isn't involved on this. He's gone off to the side. Are there any big rocks or small boulders around?
Definitely.
He's furious. Fuming. If anybody's paying attention, you see him pick up this big fucking rock, like a Blarney stone size, and just hurl it as far as he can, just bellow out a yell.
Melon, when we get back home, I have quite the carnival game for you.
He is not paying attention to you.
There is
It's pure rage.
just the as this huge boulder impacts into this otherwise placid lake. The sound of plants and insects and birds that had started since the shadow receded fall silent for a moment, and then pick back up again. But in that silence, all you could hear, Melon, was the sound of your own breathing and your own heartbeat. And you can, as the sound of life picks up around you once again, hear the quiet nicker, or wicker? Which is it? I'm trying to... Horses nicker, don't... damn it.
They nicker.
Yeah. Well, they neigh too, but you hear the quiet sounds of Lamorna just approaching slightly behind you. But before we get there, Wraught, what'd you get on that investigation?
You're not going to believe me in a million years. I got a nat 20 with a +3.
Hell yeah.
So 23.
And it was nickering. That is it. Yes, you heard her nicker. So you found
scroll. I know my
a
horse
few
noises.
things here, Wraught. First thing, easy. Pouch of coins. Look into it. Probably between the silver and the gold, about 200 gold worth in here. There are 3 other things in her pouch, or in the folds and crumpled cloak and hat. 2 of them are in the cloak itself. The other is on the ground, and you only notice it when you pick the whole cloak up and it falls. The one you notice that falls and clinks for a moment is a ring of silver that has a shield carved into it. This is a ring of protection. +1 to AC and saving throws, but you have to attune to it. There are 2 other bottles that catch your attention in the folds of the cloak. One of them just looks like a clear bottle, relatively tall, but the stopper of it is spiked. You'll have to spend some time looking at that to figure out exactly what it is. But out of character, I can tell you... Actually, I'll ask you, Joe, would you rather I tell you, or would you rather I send you the information and you can do with that what you will?
I'd rather you send it to me,
Okay.
just because I want to know.
Will do. I will send that information to you. And so that's the first bottle that you find. The second one that you find is a squat bottle with a heavy cork. Inside the bottle, it's not liquid, it's not smoke, it almost looks like plasma. It is not in one of the traditional states of matter that you can identify, but it is purple and lilac and a little mix of a sickly yellow in there.
I think as she picks that one up and look at it, you can see like her snake-like tongue like swoop out and then snap back in like she's thinking about what it might taste like.
So you find those 2 bottles, and when you take a little time to look at them, you'll be able to figure out exactly what they do and then deal with it from there.
In addition to that, she picks up Charm's cloak and hat, kind of dusts the blood and dirt off of them, prestidigitations that off, and she purchased the hat on a jaunty angle, realizes that it doesn't fit over her frills, cuts 2 slits in the brim so it does, and then tucks the cape in between her wings, and it drags a long way behind her. It's like carried by her tail. She looks like the stupidest, smallest witch you've ever seen, but she looks really proud of herself.
We cut back to Melon. And Melon, you just hear behind you a...
Literally the moment I hear anything, it's whipping around. Paw coming in like a slap competition, but claws out. Not connecting, checking myself in the moment of it.
We
But
see
it's like in that moment, there's no thoughts. It's pure animal.
we see the large lion-like mitts of Melon come tearing around and get within an inch of Lamorna's eye. And she doesn't flinch. Barely blinks. Full confidence that you would check yourself. Why? Why are you so angry at yourself, Melon? You did nothing wrong.
Who says I'm angry at myself?
You do. Well, that and the rock, that's about 30 feet in the water now.
It's nature. One cannot change who they are.
Let me make a roll really quick. She looks at you. She looks at Wraught tearing little ear slits through the hat. She looks at Kieren doing briefly what, Kai, as she looks over at you?
Watching. Just like having stood pretty much exactly where he was after he killed Charm, just watching.
She looks at the three of you and then back at you, Melon. You watch as she looks at Gromp. Without his fancy hat, his beard, a little bit different than when he left the carnival. Looks at Bodhi squatting down, talking with Cork, his shell overgrown with mushrooms that don't exist on the material plane. Looks at Otto. One horn where there was two, where there was none. I don't know about that. Real question is, do you want to? Because you're right, Melon, if you don't want to change, you don't have to, and you sure as hell won't. But if you want to, well, I don't think there's anything stopping you. And she nuzzles against you, just still with you, not quite looking right at her. I think that your state of mind right now is not one that is conducive to eye contact. And with her soft snout, just rubs against you briefly. And you feel an incredible warmth pass through your body. Melon, what is the moment in your life when you felt most like a hero?
Oh, shit.
If you don't know right now, that's okay.
He's gonna have to think about that one.
Okay. I see your hand, Wraught. I'm going to leave this for Morgan. And if he doesn't have an answer right now, he doesn't have it. But in your life, Melon, both before and after cataclysmic and potentially irreparable changes occurred to you, you've had rare moments where you felt like a hero. Selfless, good, courageous, self-sacrificing. And as the soft muzzle of the unicorn, Lamorna, brushes against you, you are taken back to that exact moment of when you felt that. When for a moment you were more than a cog, you were more than a piece, you were more than a part. You were Melon, and that was all you needed to be. That was all you needed to be. And it was enough. I'm getting a timeout signal from Otto.
The stream is slowed down.
Well, you are taken back to that exact feeling. It permeates you. And mechanically, what you have is once, whenever you want, you can activate Lamorna's gift to you of returning to this feeling and this state of mind. And when you do, you just say, and it will give you some bonuses. But you feel suffused with this energy, with this moment, with this memory. And even when it fades and you find yourself back here on this island again, its after effects linger. And Lamorna just stands next to you. You can, Melon. You already have. And she goes in a semicircle and addresses all of you. I had precious little that I could give you even before. I find that I have less now. I must rest and recover. But I promise you that if you ever need a place to be safe and recover, plan, or just be, with them gone, I don't know if they're going to be coming back without their boss. No one else knows how to get here. You come back to my lake, I'll keep you safe, I promise. I'm sorry, that's all I can give to you right now. She starts to walk off the island into the water, her hoof beats making no ripple, no noticeable contact. She turns once more to look at you all one final time before she departs. If you find Eladon, please save him. He's good, and I miss him. Until I see you all again. Walks into the lake, into the heavy mists that sit and dance on top of the surface of the water, and is gone. Leaving you all here on this island together.
Hey, Gromp, come here. Kneel, Sir Gromp, of the take the weed horn, not the unicorn horn.
I get down on one knee.
I take the sliced up witch head off my head. Turn it around so it fits around his bare ears. I put it on his head. Don't lose this one.
This what? For me? Gromp gives you the biggest hug that you've ever got in your whole life.
Oh, my ribs! My ribs! I lose 2 hit points.
Wraught, I will honor you every day I wear this beautiful cap.
Yeah, maybe
Thank
we
you.
can like make it look a little bit less witchy for you. Oh, my ribs! Christ.
And for the 2 hit points of damage, Wraught, you also do gain 2 luck points. And so my question to you all, do you stay here? For how long? And if not, where are you going?
Maybe anyone want to take a seat with me?
Oh yeah, buddy, I sure do. And he's gonna pull up his pants and then
Why are you all
sit
so
down.
bloody? This. Oh, you got hit. Oh, wow. This is such a
Yeah.
nice change.
Yeah, up in the shit.
I put my arm around Bodhi when he sits down.
I'll stand because honestly, they're the same height as me when they sit down. Melon, you want to come over here, buddy?
Come on.
You fought
Melon,
well,
you got some
Melon.
blood on you.
I'm only down 3 whole points.
It's right across your nose, bud.
What was that you said, Gromp?
When Melon walks over, Melon, do you sit down or do you stay standing?
Standing.
I look up to you. You fought well. I'm impressed. Kai,
Guy's still standing where he originally was, up by the outskirts where he killed Charm, just kind of like looking around.
Come on, we're practicing mindfulness and gratitude. You heard a lot of noise from your side of the battlefield.
I'll be there in a minute.
Thank you, Gromp, for leading this. I think this is a really good decompression from the chaos that just ensued. Would anyone like to join?
And nobody's going to journal about it because we need to internalize this.
Internalizing can often lead to overstimulation within the self, and then you erupt into a volcano, oftentimes hurting yourself or others around you. But I totally understand the sentiment and will shelve my feelings about what you said about journaling. I know you think it's valuable as well.
No, I don't. I don't think it's valuable at all.
hey, Wraught, hey, have you considered?
No, never.
I'll give you another hug.
Stop touching me. Stop. Get off me. Get off
It's
me. You smell like
nice.
wet dog.
Well, don't give me a hat next time if you don't want me to hug you.
You shut up.
Rod's got
something nice.
friends.
Who's smiling when she tells him to shut up?
And in that moment, with the wild things having successfully protected one of the remaining unicorns in the Shroudwood from the poacher darklings, the camera pulls out. We see you all on this island, hidden from the outside world by fog and mist. And we see you safe and happy for a moment, even though you know that you have to get back to work soon. But that is for next session. Great session, everyone. Beautifully done.
I'm shocked we lived through it.
I'm very shocked Lamorna lived through it, and it is entirely because of, I think, that Wither and Bloom heal that allowed her to get back up and not have... She might have lived, but that miss was going to take her horn. So it was really close. Thank you all. Thank you, friends, for being here in the stream, for listening later, for watching later, but not to show favoritism. Thank you to the 6 of you for telling this story. Appreciate you so very much. We're going to be heading off, but before we do, let me say, please don't go anywhere so that we can raid someone.
When are we next back before we raid?
That is a very good and important question. We, and by we, I mean Lauren and I, have 2 conventions back to back. We are going to be in Columbus for Animate Columbus, and then the very next weekend, we're going to be in Raleigh for Raleigh GalaxyCon and getting to finally meet Mav in person. So that's all these years, finally get to do it. But so we,
The 3rd?
yes, we will be back the 3rd of August. So we will have 2 weeks off of this story. However, for those of you who are desperate for more, there is plenty to catch up on with City of the Crimson Tower, with Daggerheart playtesting, and I'm working on editing for the podcast, our Weekend at Wickerman one-shot, that I know some of the players in this game were very envious that they don't get prestidigitation G-strings. You can invent it here in the Feywild. It's fine. I don't fault you at all. Prestidigitation is awesome. So let's go ahead and start. We're going to do Captain Robert. Yeah, we'll do that. So we will see you all for this game in 3 weeks, but we have a City of the Crimson Tower episode on Tuesday. So that is on the 16th. So we will be back with more TTRPG action here soon. If you've enjoyed this and you feel like subscribing, we would greatly appreciate it, but it's not necessary. We just appreciate you being here. So I'm going to go around really quick, let people say their goodbyes, really quick announcements. Keep it quick so that we can do this raid. Oh, well, hold on. That is perfect timing for the force to break. All right, well, I want people to at least be able to say goodbye, but because I can fix it super quick. Oh my god. Let me fix. Let me fix it. People need to be able to say goodbye. Let me fix it.
Just a stem from his
All right.
ears being on.
So let's go around, let people say their goodbyes, and all that goodness. So, Lauren, lead us off.
Bye.
Thank you very much, Lauren. Devon.
Bye.
Okay, all right. Everyone can go around, say their goodbye. Mav, because I know you actually have announcements.
Hi. Yeah, I do. Hi. I'm Mav, your favorite blackout on the internet. I'm super excited to keep playing this. I'm also super excited for the next episode of Crimson Tower here on That's Face of TTRPG. And I get to see my homies in a week's time. And I'm so fucking excited. Like, but I am currently playing wonderful games on my channel on digitalclubhousetv, where I'm playing American Arcadia. And this wonderful game on Wednesdays I'm playing is Unusual Findings, which is like an 80s romp puzzle game. And it's great. It's like Stranger Things, but like true fucking 80s nonsense. And yeah, that's about it. I'm just excited to be here and play emotional games and get to be a character, as many different characters as I can. It makes me happy. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. You guys loving it.
Hell yeah. Joe.
Oh god, I thought there was going to be more going to say it for me. Hi, I'm Joe. I'm a white gal on the internet. Sorry.
It doesn't ring as well. It just doesn't ring as well.
No, it doesn't. It sounds real bad. And now I'm out of focus. Hi guys, I make dice. If you like dice, I'm at Terrible Trio Crafts on Etsy. And I have a sale right now because I'm probably gonna have to shut down next month for a little bit because of family stuff. So if you like super cool handmade dice that probably come pre-packed with cat hair, get over there.
Morgan.
Hi, welcome to the stream. We're about to get started.
God love you. You'll take a luck point for the end of this session. And Sarah.
Hey everybody, I'm Califrac Online. I don't post anything, but wish me luck in Ohio, where I go to teach people about satellites next week.
Well, sincerely, we appreciate you. My name is Ethan. You can follow D&D stuff on Thousand Faces or the Buff DM on TikTok. You can listen to past episodes on Go Buff Yourself. But we appreciate you all Thank you so much for being you. Thank you for being here. And until we see you next time for this channel, which will be again in 3 weeks, stay wild. And until we see you on Tuesday for City of the Crimson Tower, go buff yourself. See ya, friends.
Stay wild.
Bye.
Bye.
And